Alright, I'm very sorry if I sound like legit shit in this video. I got really sick recently for some reason. But I'm gonna try my best to get through this and not sound like a complete idiot. But the other day I made a gambling video. If you missed that, I'll just link it in the description. And thinking about gambling, it got me thinking about when I used to go to Las Vegas a lot. If you don't know, I've talked about it before when I was like 7. I mean, I kind of started going when I was really little, but I remember a lot when I was around like 7 to 10 years old. I used to go to Vegas a lot. And if you've ever been to Las Vegas, you probably know that Las Vegas is not a place for children at all. It's a place for adults. Motherfuckers go there to gamble and shit and fuck strippers. I'm kidding, that's a straight stereotype, but it is not for kids, like for real. Like if you're gonna go, I would recommend being at least like 17, that way you're not like 100% surprised when you get there. But I went there and I always loved it because the casinos, when my parents would, gamble or do whatever, there was a play area where you could go and just go on the slides and fucking be a child. And I didn't say this, but we would go and visit like the strip. Like when we were staying in Vegas, it was right on like the main strip of Vegas where all the big casinos were. All the big motherfuckers played there, you know what I mean? That's where everyone was. And being a little kid, little Austin, getting lost in Las Vegas is something that you never want to fucking do, right? Doesn't that sound horrible? Well, my dumb ass managed to have that happen 3 different times when we visited there, okay? There was one time where I was lost for like 10 minutes and I got found immediately. I was crying because, getting lost in Vegas is horrifying. Then there was another time where I was a little bit older. I freaked out a little bit after about 30 minutes. I had the casino place just take me in, and security found my parents and got me to them. And then there was this time. The most recent, you could say. I was still a little fucking kid. It was a very long time ago. But this is the most recent. So I had like an hour at this play area after I got done with all that. You kind of just check out. Usually your parents are supposed to come pick you up, but the lady behind the counter let me go early, and she told me, "Oh, do you know where your parents are?" I was like, "Yeah, I could probably find them. They're on the bottom floor." She was like, "Okay, you can just go find them then." And she let a kid go, little kid, just go and roam a fucking Vegas casino, alone. So little Austin is down there roaming around the first floor, kind of freaked out at this point because my parents weren't where they said they were going to be, you know what I mean? They kind of like moved tables or something. So I was freaking out. I was like, dude, where the fuck are my parents, man? Like, my mom and dad left me. Am I going to have to go outside and look? I literally went out to the front where the street was, and I was looking around for my parents, checking for their car. And the car was there, but my mom was nowhere to be found, neither was my dad, so I was like, fuck, where do I go? So at this point, I start to panic, right? I'm just sitting in the street, literally asking random strangers, yes, random fucking people, I'm walking around tapping on their shoulders, being like, "Hey, have you seen my mom? Her name is this. Hey, have you seen my dad? His name's this." And they're just like, no, kid, maybe you should go to the security office. I was like, yeah, good idea, I'm probably gonna have to, right? So I start walking towards the casino again, I'm a little bit out on the sidewalk, my dumbass, kind of went far out, I'm walking towards the casino. Now, towards the casino, there was a little alleyway where weird motherfuckers used to chill. And as I walked by, there's this dude staring at me, right? And he was on his hands and knees. I don't know why. He was just literally on his hands and knees in an alley. And he kind of started crawling towards me. And I was like, all right, I'm either about to get fucking raped or I'm about to get eaten by this demonic fucking bald dude chilling in an alleyway, right? Like, what the fuck? And I'm lucky, I was in a very public area, like it's Vegas, it's the fucking like strip, there's not gonna be any motherfuckers like just alone. But as I kind of looked at this guy and started walking quicker, he starts fucking looking at me and going quicker, right? So he went from crawling to like stumbling towards me. I think he was drunk and I think he was on a shit ton of drugs. So at this point, he's just staring at me. He stopped dead in his tracks and he was looking at me, and I started walking way faster. At this point, I was like 10, 15 feet away from him. I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I may have been a little kid, but I could still panic and run, you know what I mean? So I was fucking going fast, and I started hearing something, and it kind of stopped me dead in my tracks because I was around a lot of people, and everyone else was hearing it, so we all turned around. This fucking crazy, like, we're just gonna call him the drug addict, alright? This fucking drug addict was just barking. Straight up fucking barking in the middle of the strip. Just straight fucking barking. And at this point, I was at the casino doors, and he started walking again towards my way, and I fucking ran in that casino, dude. I ran in, and I ran over to the security office and explained what happened, and they actually went out to the outside, and they saw the dude just still standing there, like, screaming and barking and walking around at people and yelling at them for no reason. Like, he was clearly on drugs. So the security fucking tackled him. Straight took this motherfucker down, dude. He fell right to the ground, and they handcuffed him. They brought him to the security office and called the police. And I didn't get involved. I didn't say what he did because I don't think he was really pursuing me. I think he was just kind of being a fucking crazy motherfucker. And yeah, I ended up finding my parents at the security office. They came and I explained to them that a fucking crazy dog drug addict barked at me, and they were like, okay, we're never taking you to this casino again. Like, you and your brother gotta stay at the hotel from now on, which was a great idea. We should have done that in the first place, but it was kind of funny to look back on it now. I'm glad I didn't get fucking eaten or mauled by the man dog himself. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and I'll tell some more childhood stories. If you have any yourself, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm sure they're hilarious. And yeah, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.